So this is a rapid fire round. Okay.
Mhm.
So what is the command ls for?
It gives you the list of files in a directory.
Great. And what is the hyphen a option along with the ls do?
Gives you hidden files.
Excellent. What does the three fields as a first column in the ls hyphen l signify?
Uh, can you repeat the question?
Yes. When you type in ls hyphen l, you will be displayed an output with various columns about files,
Hmm.
right? Now, what does uh, the very first column of ls hyphen l signify? You can type it and see on your
Uh, it shows you who has access, who has read, write, and permissions, and read, write, execute permissions.
right. And for who all, read, write, execute permission for who all.
Uh, yourself,
Mhm.
the people who have access to the file, and everyone.
Right. So that's typically known as user, group, and others. That's the terminology the Linux world offers. The
Okay.
first three user, second three set is for group,
Hmm.
third set is for others.
Got it.
And there is a first bit besides these nine RWX, RWX, RWX. There is a very first bit in that column.
For directory.
And
Mm,
it signifies the type of the file. Okay, so the first bit signifies the type of the file, the kind of the file. So D is a directory, and then you have special files with another like C. It's a regular file, just hyphen. So it's a file type.
mhm.
Okay, which command do you use to show your username?
Who am I?
Right, and what command do you use to know the type of the file?
EWD.
Which,
Oh,
WHICH,
which?
right?
Okay.
Yeah, so then what does PWD do?
It shows you the path.
A path of what?
Um, Path of where you're located currently.
Is currently, right? So what does the full form of PWD?
Um, Path
Present working
directory.
directory. Yeah.
Okay.
And what does chmod command do?
Chmod will change the permissions for read, write, execute for user group and others.
Right, the file of a file. And what does chown do?
I think it changes
The
the owner of the file.
That's right. You're right. And what is cp command do?
Won't it copy files into another file?
Right. So it copies files and directories. And what does mv does?
Move
Hmm.
move a file to a directory or another file.
Right. So what's the difference between cp and mv?
Copy will make a new copy. Move will delete it from the original place.
Hmm. Right. Can I call move as a rename?
Rename?
Yeah, correct. Is movie operation same as rename?
No.
It's a difference.
Move and rename it?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Just think, right? What happens when you rename a file? What happens when you move? What is your intent of moving a file and renaming a file? You know it.
Renaming would
Hmm.
just keep it at the same place.
Hmm. Just the
Moving
name
it would
changes.
change its location and path.
Right. Now, if I move just the name being in the same directory, can I call it rename?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Then what is cat command for? CAT.
It would concatenate a
Hmm.
file, or
If I use cat greater than symbol and file name, what happens?
you would get the.
Right. So what happens when we give cat? See the greater than symbol here. So you said right. So concatenate, right? Now when you concatenate, when you say greater than symbol into a file, so it allows you to type in what all you want to, and the text that you have added will be concatenated to the file name you mentioned.
Okay, got it.
And when you actually do the small, so let me share my screen. All right, so greater. Okay, this is what you're instructing is whatever I'm going to type here, right, will be added to the file.
Hmm.
And what is a command to come out of the file?
Control D.
Okay. Cat less than text.txt will, from whatever is inside this, will be displayed onto your console.
Hmm.
So since this is the often used, the less than is the default one. Even if you don't use it, that's what comes up.
Hmm.
Now I'll introduce a new operator, double greater than, that is right shift, double shift. Here's what happens now. Enter. So it is still ready to take it. Okay.
Hmm.
This will be appended to whatever you had. Then same control D. Now can test. See that this was our first line and this is our second line.
Hmm.
So it will be appended. The double greater than symbol, if you use it, you're appending the text. This is the true form of concatenation when you say that, right?
Okay. To a new line, it will add it.
Oh, sorry?
It'll add it to a new line.
It will add new text, append new text, whatever you type in.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So what is the grep command for?
Grep, I believe it's to find a certain text, to find a certain word or a certain part in a text file.
Correct. And what about the top command? Did we discuss top?
We did. I think it shows the like the memory of like all the files and everything.
Hmm. What is PS command for?
ES,
PSP for potato and S.
I think it stands for process.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Process status.
Yep. That's right.
and I think it's the first column of a top command.
Right. So it lists you the current processes that are, running in your system. So if I
Hmm.
say ps-e, it lists you all the processes that are running in your system along with the details like their process ID, their path of the file from where the process is running, the duration of the process, right? And you have various extension, I mean, various options that displays many other things about a process, status of the process. These
Hmm.
are going to be very important. You will be continuously using them on and
Okay.
the ps grep top. And do you remember the more command? We use it with the pipe symbol.
More.
Yeah. So if you see this ps-e, if I type it, the data is scrolling, right? So I need to scroll up and to see what is there in the beginning.
Hmm.
Instead, I want to view it by page. So pipe it to more. Okay, now I'll only get the first page. Okay, I'm happy and enter. So next line, next line, next line, next line.
Okay.
This gives me an experience of viewing more line by line
Okay.
and hit Q to come out of it, quit. So what's important here, Shri, to understand is this pipe symbol. This has very good significance in Linux environments.
Mhm.
So
So that
this
can be applied to more than processes, right? The more.
more applies to, more applies to process. No, anything, even for a file, right? If you are viewing a file that is larger than what it can fit on a screen, right? Then you can still apply more to it.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
let me show you. I may not have access to. Um, you see this now, it was like over and above one screen, so I could still see more line by line. See that?
Hmm.
So what did I do? I said, okay, the cat when this file name will typically display all the file content. Now I piped it with more. Okay, so what do I mean by this pipe? I think it's very important to understand throughout your course. You will be asked about it. You will be dealing with it. So this pipe, what it does is, what is the output of this first command will be the input to your second command.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it is a command that redirects the output of first command as an input to the second command. And you can do multiple pipes as well, you know. So let's do this interestingly. Now, on top of it, the output of this more per page, I want to grep
Mhm.
if there
Okay.
is a word called Winkies in this file. You see that? So this is the first page grep, this is the second page. So if the output of this went to more, which is supposed to display page line by line content for easy of viewing, and then output of that is sent to input to grep. So it displayed all the lines that contains the word Winkies. This did not make much sense because otherwise also you would get the same, because it's not more, I mean, more than the page, terminal page, right? So you
Mhm.
do. So what I'm trying to tell you is you can use the pipe symbol for multiple commands. So now if I say, um, yeah, well, but anyway, We don't have much. So, okay, so let's do ps hyphen ex and more. Now we see it's coming up. And what do you want to do? That output you want to do it's the same. Mm, so what's happening here? Let's understand. ES-EX will give you the exhaustive details of processes from
Mhm.
which I want to grep one. So I want to list all the lines that has one in that line.
Mhm.
And because the count is more, I can't see it in one page. I wanted to do more.
Mhm.
So now in this line, one is there. In this line, yes, one is there. Right, one is there. So all it listed all the lines that has one. So first, my two commands are satisfied. Yes, ps-ex listed all the processes, and then this output of this is input to grep one. So from the output of this, grep whatever the line that has one, and from that I want to see line by line. Using this, so the pipe symbol has the significance. You can output of one command can be an input to another command, and then output of that command can be an input to the next command. So you can continue to use this pipe symbol to redirect the output as an input to the next command.
Mhm. Got it.
All right. So